Wambugu tells us how climate-resilient seeds could possibly salvage the lake and how the seeds have changed livelihoods for the better part of the population in Baringo County.
What was once a secure environment for the ecosystem is now encroached with human and farming activities. This calling for concerted efforts to restore the glory of Lake Baringo. Due to lack of enough farming water in Baringo County, farmers have resorted to farm around the lake where water is easily accessible. A beehive of farming activities take precedence along the shores of Lake Baringo, which is already bearing the effects of this encroachment. The volume of the water is receding by the day. Peter Omolo, the Agricultural Extension Officer at the county, says poor farming practices around the lake is one of the root causes of flooding as a result of siltation.
This siltation is as a result of poor farming practices upstream. Upstream, I mean those sides of ravine, because River Pekera that feeds Lake Victoria, Lake Baringo, because of the siltation, it resulted in blockage of the mouth that feeds Lake Baringo.
Omolo also says the chemicals used in the farming activities, especially to tend for tomatoes, pose a huge risk to the ecosystem of Lake Baringo.
It has become rampant because of we have so many farmers planting tomatoes along the lake, and when they use those containers, they throw them to the lake, and that will have an effect to the ecosystem, the fish ecosystem. Of course, even human beings and animals.
Flooding in the lake has continuously become a nuisance to communities living around the lake. Loss of lives, destruction of infrastructure, including schools and hospitals, emergency of waterborne diseases, as well as wildlife-human conflict are the challenges the community has to endure.
So we have lost almost 3 or 4 of our health facilities due to flooding. We have also lost many schools, especially, I would say, school time because of flooding, and I think 2 schools have been relocated because of flooding.
They say desperate times call for desperate measures, and in this case, there is hope in climate-resilient seeds. Lydia Nyambura, a program officer at a Seed Savers Network, a non-government organization providing access to diverse seeds to farming communities, says climate-resilient seeds are not demanding as they require minimal water and are easily adaptive to the environment.
We are documenting these varieties. They are preserving them in their own seed banks using traditional knowledge because we know that without seeds we don't have food, and mostly in this region we have cases of food insecurities and also malnutrition. So most of the time the seed banks act as the main input.
This seed bank, showcasing different varieties, is a compilation of the seeds collected and preserved. Lydia says they have embarked on training the community on how to collect and store seeds. They have so far reached over 5,000 farmers.
We do workshops for small-scale farmers and also for all farmers. And also we do field demos because we want to empower the farmers, to empower them with skills and knowledge in preserving indigenous varieties which are resilient to climate change.
The use of climate-resilient seeds have encouraged residents to start practicing farming away from the lake. Mayoral Women Group, for instance, is currently engaged in kitchen farming. This piece of land holds a variety of crops. Dina Sakamoi, the group lead, says the seeds used here are less demanding and the farm is now a source of livelihood for 29 women.
Kwa mama wananyonyesha. Sasa hii ndengu kama hii sorghum tunaenda kushaga, alafu wamama wanaenda kupikia hiyo watoto uji. Wanapikia tena hii ndengu na hii kunde. Hiyo nini yake. Sasa tunaona wanasaidika.
Sakamoi says the women who were previously solely dependent on livestock farming, which was tedious and too engaging, are now empowered and their health has improved as a result of feeding on nutritious food.
Tunafanya merry-go-round na tumekaa chini tukafanya mchango, tukanunua tents ya group ile ya kukombolea wamama wapate mapato. Sasa tuko na hiyo tents na tumekaa chini tena tukanunulia hii tangi. Kila mama ako na hii tangi kwa kwake, kwa mama 30.
Umetusaidia tukiwa wamama, umetusaidia kwa watoto. Yangu sai maliza form 4, mwingine yuko form 3 na mwingine yuko form 2, lakini kwa ajili ya hii mradi ya Mahoro umetusaidia kabisa.
Endorois is a minority indigenous community in Kenya, and for years it has faced a segregation and unequal opportunities. Contrary to that, Endorois women have hoped on climate-resilient seeds and their farm is flourishing. The women are not only empowered, but also lack of food is no longer an issue.
From 2021, tukapata organization ambayo inaitwa Seed Saver Network, ambayo wakakuja wakatufunza mambo ya kusave seeds, na tuliweza kufanya venye walitufunza na tumeona sahi faida yetu ya kusave seed, kusave mbegu yetu. Tulipo save mbegu tukapata mahindi ya kitambo yenye walikuwa imeachwa, na pia tukapata ndengu na hii groundnuts.
Selina Jipsat is the leader of the Endorois Women Community-based organization. She says use of climate-resilient seeds allows them to get a bumper harvest, while seed collection ensures they plant on time with no financial constraints to buy seeds, as they already have them in their seed banks.
Since 2021 mpaka sahizi 2023, na sahi ndio unajua tulikuwa na shida ya climate change, yani mabadiliko ya tabia nchi ambaye vyakula haikumea, na kwa sababu haikumea si tulikuwa na mbegu ambaye tuliweka. Wengine walikuwa bado wanatafuta pesa ya kwenda kununua mbegu, wanatafuta pesa ya pengine kulima na nini, ndiposa sasa wamechelewa. So wakati walikuja kupanda yao ni kidogo.
Nature is unforgiving, but knowledge is power, and the war against climate change must continue. And these climate-resilient seeds might just be the savior for arid and semi-arid regions. Mombi Wambogo, K24 TV, Baringo County.
Well, thank you for that report, Mumbi Wambugu. Away from that,